Damn, hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy
hustling,
Skis.
hustling, hustling, hustling. Every
Welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today, we got ourselves a banger daily market news and analysis. How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know in the chat. What is up? Happy Friday, bro. Happy Friday, Eli. It's happening. Everyone stay calm. Oh my God, it's happening. Let the cream.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
It's a rug. Here we go again. What's up, Big T? Webb says 10 out of 10. It was wild. Your boy. What's up, fam? It's your boy. How's everyone feeling out of 10? 10, I give her a 10. Everyone's got a 10 today. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. The spring theory is holding true. The spring theory, just like the string theory, 8 out of 10. Let's go. I thought you were pre-recorded at the beginning. Never that. None of that. We live. Live. From the Bat Cave. Live from your wife's boyfriend's house. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at $57,866. And the spring theory is holding true as of the time of recording. Make sure you guys are spamming the like button, hitting the share, so other people can spam the like button. Hit the share. Bitcoin will be 50K next week. Bet money. Bet money. I highly doubt it. Anything is possible, but that is very, very unlikely. And we're going to get into why. Aped into Land Wolf on Soul. Ay, I don't know about that one. Maybe. Of course, the big news of the day. Here's the reason why. You want a reason? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. That Bitcoin came back from 74K all the way back to 53K. Tell me why. Bitcoin went from 72 on the fear and greed. Everyone was greedy. Everyone high-fiving all around. We got the fly episode. Germany is out of Bitcoin. That is correct. Germany has ran out of Bitcoin. This is the alleged reason as to why, even though they only had less than 1% of the total supply, this is the alleged reason as to why Bitcoin dropped. That Bitcoin dropped, right? So this is the reason why they are officially out. So there is no more reason. Okay? Now, let's take a look at the fear and greed. We just made a video about this, went thoroughly about this on the Patreon video. But right now, the fear and greed is at 25. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 25. You might be thinking to yourself, that sounds pretty low. You might be thinking, have we ever been this low before? When was the last time that we were this low? And it's been a minute. It has indeed been a minute. Because right here, what we're showing, 25 as of July 13th, 2024, we have not been this low. Anytime on the current chart over the last year, the lowest that we got was September 12th, right after 2023. But we look at the max, we have not been this low since FTX went to zero. Which coincidentally was the very best time that you could have purchased any Bitcoin. the very best time that you could have purchased any Bitcoin at any point in time was the maximum fear. And like I said, at no point in time will buying the bottom ever feel good. At no point in time will buying the bottom feel like the right choice. You will not get reassurance from Twitter. You will not get reassurance from TikTok. You will not get reassurance from your friends. In fact, when FTX went to zero, I had people in my real life go out of their way to say, haha, nana boo boo, stick your face in doo doo. That's what they told me. Why does CMC say fear and greed is 41? I don't know why CMC says that, but this is the official Fear and Greed website. It's 25, which makes more sense because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I can feel it from y'all. I can feel the fear and greed. I can feel the maximum fear. I can feel the maximum greed from y'all. IMX price prediction. We'll get into that. Okay. Now, we have not been this low since FTX went to zero. Okay. That was the last time that the fear and greed was this low. It will never feel good. Ladies and gentlemen, if you made it through this, maxed out on fear, good. He says, we feared, bro. Maxed out on fear. Very good. That's very, very good. Because that's when reversals tend to happen. Okay? Now, there's many things that I think as why I'm still scared. It's okay to be scared. Listen, I'm going to tell you just like I tell my son. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage means you are afraid, but you still take action. That is what courage means. Can you check Brett? We'll check Brett. But this is what I think is going to happen. I don't have a time on when I think that this is going to happen. I'm not going to say on this day, at this time, on this hour, let me hold your hand. That's not what I'm saying. But this is, to me, accumulation. Some people would say that this is a lot of people. Isn't this the bearish divergence on the 3 monthly bad for Bitcoin? Can you play Biden introducing Zelensky as President Putin? Scared of what? They're scared of buying crypto. DCA, that's right, my friend. DCA. I heard they considered 1.8 billion more today. Be patient. That is right. Okay. Now, I could see how one would think that this is distribution. And people have commented, some Wyckoff people have commented that this is distribution. I think that's on the 3 monthly RSI. I'll take a look at that, brother. We'll take a look at that. But let me finish this, and then I'll look at that. I like that. We'll look at the 3 month. 52 still in play, correct? Anything's in play, but I don't think that that's happening. I think that this right here, personally, was our local bottom. Maximum fear. We flashed red in the RSI. We've only done it 9 other times in the last 5 years. Every time that we've done it, it was either A, a local bottom, or B, within 1%. Your prediction is right. I'm a professional trader and have worked at a hedge fund, but the... Okay, so some Wyckoff people would tell you that this is distribution, and I understand why they would say that, but to me it is not distribution. And let's show the textbook on there's some very subtle differences as to why it's not distribution. Okay, I'm gonna show you why. Tell me why. Hey, nothing but a heartache. Is the bottom really in, bro? The bottom for this cycle? Yes, this is my theory. The bottom is in, and not only is the bottom in for this cycle, Not only is the bottom in for this cycle, but the bottom is in for the next cycle. My prediction for Bitcoin is 138K, as high as 207,000 over the next 12 months. 12 to 15, 18 months, whatever. I don't care about time. And then the next bear market, this is exactly where we're coming again. There will always be buying opportunities. That's correct. Always, always, always be pullbacks. Always, always even. That's right. Okay. Now, let's look at the subtle differences between distribution, aka the top, versus accumulation versus the bottom. Okay. Now, on textbook distribution, the buying climax, this is peak euphoria. Buying climax is peak euphoria. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit for y'all. Now, the up thrust goes higher than the buying climax, typically, especially on a mature asset like Bitcoin. Okay, the up thrust will go higher than the buying climax. And then even the UTAD or the reverse of a spring would go higher than that. You would have higher highs. And for the trend line people, they would say, it's still an uptrend. We're still making higher highs, right? That's what they would say. That's what they would say. Okay, now there's a subtle difference. Subtle, very subtle. Now let's look at accumulation. In phase B, you will see you peak out and then you make a higher low. The selling climax and then the secondary test in phase B goes lower than the selling climax and the spring even lower. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Distribution would have us making higher highs. Accumulation would have us making lower lows. Okay, so technically this is probably actually your selling climax. This is your secondary test in phase B, and to me, this is your spring. Now, to confirm this, we need to get about to 62,000. We need to get to about 62,000. We'll probably have a little back test before starting the real deal next leg. The actual bull run is about to start, in my opinion. When I say it's about to start, I mean relatively, right? I'm not talking about like tomorrow we're going to Lambos and High Five Land. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying relatively, this is the next phase. This is the next phase. Let's go. Finishing my last statement, the accumulation takes place at the points where price goes down quickly. Accumulation is at maximum fear. Distribution is at maximum greed. Do we have any more pullbacks, better buying opportunities? I don't know if better buying opportunities would be the word, but we will always have pullbacks, certainly. Certainly. And also, by the way, we're probably still going to be in this choppy boringness for like another month. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like another couple of weeks. To me, the time part of it is irrelevant. I'm looking at structure. Do you think Mt. Gox selling will put more selling pressure? Listen, brother. That has been a narrative since here. Okay, this has been a narrative since I like data, I like facts. Okay? That has been a narrative since 2018. And the fact is, they own less than 1%. So if them were to be selling, can it have selling pressure? Yes, it can. It certainly can. It certainly can. However, the fact is they own less than 1%. Less than 1%. And the fact of the matter is, the RSI on the daily has flashed green or red. It is the last time that it flashed red was the war in Israel was kicking off. The time before that, Luna went to zero. Okay, so these are the last 3 times that we have flashed red. Every single time, it was a local bottom. Now, that doesn't mean that everything is everything and we'll do that forever. That's not what that means. But we have lots of data where when we flash red, we either at a local bottom or near a local bottom. Happy late birthday, Ski. Thanks, fam. I don't get a birthday week, though. Usonic has potential to 200 to 300x. I agree. Easy. So you think the local bottom is in? I think very Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys, okay? A lot of times when I do TA, there's moments, or I would say a vast majority of the time when I'm doing TA with y'all and hanging out and doing lives and all this, most of the time, my feelings are, we'll see what Bitcoin wants to do, right? I'm sure you guys have heard me say this many times. It's like, we'll see what it wants to do. You've heard me say this, right? We'll see what it wants to do, okay? There are moments in time when I'm looking at charts and setups and I have very high conviction. This is one of those moments, okay? I have not had this much of a high conviction since the war in Israel kicked off. I haven't been this bullish since the war in Israel kicked off. That doesn't mean that I'm right. I don't bat 1,000. But I'm telling you my personal conviction and the way that I look at the market, a lot of times we're ranging. A lot of times there's not a clean setup where it's like we're waiting to see what it wants to do. I don't feel that way right now. I have high conviction. And this is the most bullish I've been since the war in Israel kicked off. Super months mostly bullish for the S&P. Summer months, no, not really. I bat 1,000 with my wife. XRP lawsuit coming to an end hopefully before the end of July. Can line up the theories. Yeah, honestly, when Bitcoin makes another leg higher, we're going to see everything sort of wrapping itself up. Solana ETF approved. XRP lawsuit is done. Like, all that stuff is going to happen all at the same time. But the time to buy it, Mike, thanks for the roses.
But the cream
The time to buy it.
top, oh yeah.
The time to buy all that stuff is not when the stuff is coming out. It's the time to buy it is when we're in maximum fear. That's the time to buy it. When we're in maximum boredom, that's the time to buy it. What up, Ski? Happy late birthday. Thank you. Thank you. I don't get a birthday week, though. Okay? If you were consolidating your portfolio, would you pick Chainlink? Would you pick Chainlink or ICP to own? I like them both. I would pick Link personally, though. That's a close one, though. Yo, Ski, missed yesterday. What's the NFT latest? Let me see if I can pull it up. I will say the NFTs are officially, I don't know if I can pull it up without showing something that I can't. Okay, I'm just going to say this. The NFTs are officially done. They are completely generated, and they are created in a way that they are ready for listing. They have been quality checked. They have been quality checked again and again and again, and they are all the way finished completion. There is no more development that needs to take place. Okay? That is the update with the NFT. The next phase of this process and the last one, this is the last phase, is the launch pad. We have to set up a launch pad. That is the last phase of this. Once the launch pad is set up, they will be available for buy. What does quality checked mean? Quality checked means it's like when I was in high school, when I was fresh out of high school, I used to work at a Honda factory. And I used to just take these Honda parts. Boom, boom. Gasket, head gaskets, head gaskets, head gaskets. But I was just an idiot kid, right? I was just some idiot kid. I didn't know anything about anything. So quality check or quality control would make sure that each and every one of these head gaskets were up to specs, and none of them were out of alignment by a certain percentage. That's what quality control is. Thanks for the hat, Cliff, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
I don't know, bro. XRP hasn't done anything besides backshorting their holders. Backshotting their holders. What do you mean, bro? I didn't even have smart contracts last bull run. Let's go, Nick. It's all about, I personally think that ADA is trash. Well, listen, I don't know about the project itself, but I'll say the chart looks amazing. I'll say that. I never owned any. I never owned any ADA until 2024. All right. XRP is stable token, yeah. Until it's not. Will layer 2s see rally after ETF is live? Optimism. Listen. Here's the deal. All of the layer 2s, all of the ETFs, all of the XRP lawsuits, all of the everything is waiting for Bitcoin to make another leg higher. Rising tides floats all ships. What that means is when Bitcoin finally makes another leg higher, all of the narratives, all of the ETFs, all of the development is magically going to figure out a way to get done all at the same time. Everything, like that movie, Everything All at Once, that's how cryptocurrency is going to be over the next year. Everything all at once. Quality check those burgers. Shiba ever going to do anything? Shiba will do, I think Shiba will do probably a 10x. Makes sense. Cheers, bro. Cheers. What do you think about Cosmos? I like Cosmos. However, I am skeptical of the APY. I am skeptical of the annual percentage yield. I am skeptical of that because it's a little bit too high for my blood. Pending, thanks for the money gun, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Thank you for the hat and mustache, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
All right, so the question. Hold on, I gotta make sure that this isn't a copyright song. Okay, we're good. It sounded, what's up, brother? What's up? All right, John Smith. John Smith says USDC or USDT. Which do I like better? I'm going to answer. I have no preference. And just like I feel about exchanges, I am as loyal as my options. Okay? And what happened in 2022 was pretty scary for the stablecoins. So I think it's a good idea. I don't do 50-50. I actually do 33-33-33. Okay? 33% in USDC, 33% in USDT, and 33% in Bitcoin. All right, let's look at the monthly RSI. We still on the Sonic wave, 100%. Rising tides floats all ships. You think the height of bull run is Q1 or Q4 of 2025? Q4. I like that. Thank you. At the end of the day, realistically, Bitcoin is the real stable coin. All right, let's look at the I'm going to try to do a better job of answering non-chart questions, by the way, without the charts. You say 3 months? Is that what you said? What's this sarcastic RSI 2? Okay. All right, let me see. What was the question? Could you look at the monthly 3 month on Bitcoin, please? RSI. Okay. I don't think that this is the divergence. No. That's not what I'm seeing. This is just back to balance. This is just back to value. And especially when it barely broke above it, a lot of times you'll back test this before going higher. Now, if this starts getting deep below this, then that would be something else. But this to me just looks like it's found balance. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, VZN says, what's the Stochastic RSI 2? Top 2 or 3 alts you're stacking right now. What market cap do you want? Do you want micro, small, medium, large? Bitcoin's lower than the previous RSI. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. But it was that way too for the previous entire bull run. This could be, when you're looking at it on such a grand time frame, sure, like in the very, very macro, this is probably setting up 2026 or 2027 bear market, right? That's probably what's really going on here. But a lot of times you're going to get another leg higher. Hey brother, how you doing? I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for the rose, fam. Do you own XYO? I do. So memorize the price predictions. What are you talking about, Megan? Is the bull run over? The bull run has not even started. You think Doge will go to $1? No. It's possible, but no. What is ISO 20022 token do you think will perform the best? Okay. Do you think Solnic is at its bottom now? I do. Okay. Let's answer his question. ISO 2002 is the banker coins. The club coins. The elites. That's their coins. It's the World Economic Forum. Okay? It is the winners of the start over of grand magnitude. Do I think they will be the highest performer? Some of them will. I think they will all perform relatively well. Of those with good tokenomics, good fundamentals, and good charts. There are some that are in there, like Casper with the C, that I don't think that is the case. Right? So there you go. Price prediction for ICP 140. 30% times 3. No. 33.3333. 33.33333333. Is ADA dead? No. Okay, and I've been in cryptocurrency since the question, is ADA dead? Is ADA dead? I have been in cryptocurrency since 2014. I have been seriously in cryptocurrency since 2017. I have never owned ADA before 2024. But right now, to me, the risk reward value on ADA is very high. It's very low risk, very high upside potential, and I do think that they will be here developing over the next 10 years. What's your thoughts on XRP? I feel the exact same way, except I did own XRP before then. I owned XRP. The first time I bought XRP was in maybe 2019. Check Dow from 1955 to 1965. The RSI looks identical. What smart cap RWA do you like? All right. This is my favorite small cap RWA, aka real world asset. A coin that is directly tied to the real world. My favorite small cap RWA that actually has the backing power to do what they say they're going to do is Flux. It is cloud mining. They already have a real world product that they're charging for now. And it's one of the few coins that actually, when they claim to be AI, actually has the computational power necessary because they use the GPU miners across the world. That's one of my favorite RWAs for small caps. Thoughts on top 100 alts doing over 10x? Yeah, some of them will. Most of them will. I would say 5 to 15x. Sup? Is Biden getting president name wrong bearish for crypto? No. Pendle thoughts? Meh. That's my thoughts. Can you tell us how to tell which coins will do price discovery versus retrace? Here's the deal. I don't know. That's why I always tell you I have an idea. How you would investigate would be development. Development, marketing, those kind of things. Their tokenomics is especially a huge indicator. Okay? All right, let's answer. I like this question. Let's do it again. Okay. So the question is how to tell if a coin will just retrace or will it go parabolic or into price discovery? To me, the answer is you need to check what they were development. What are they developing? And not just developing when things are awesome. Realistically, you want to see the development when things sucked. It's easy to front run, but what were you doing when you got hit in the mouth? That's number one. Number two, tokenomics. If they have bad tokenomics, they will not go into price discovery. They will not, meaning they will not make a new all-time high. And what I mean by tokenomics is, I mean the inflation. If they're dropping supply on your head, they're not going into a new all-time high. So those are the two biggest things that will give you a clue as to whether something will go into price discovery or parabolic. Did you say Flux? I did. Flux. That's right. I still trade on Mexi. I still trade on Mexi too. I don't. Who is the question? Who is that question from? What do you think about Mina? What are the requirements? Do they ask SSN? They haven't asked me, but I'm grandfathered in. I have an exchange that I've been using. I'm not recommending this exchange, okay? I'm not being like, put your life savings on this exchange, because every single bear market, the lessons from every bear market is not your keys, not your crypto. I believe in owning your own crypto on a ledger, on a hot wallet, on a paper wallet, right? Okay, that's my preface with this. And I've been using BitUnex. They only require your name. They don't require a social, and they don't do KYC. You don't even need your name. You just need an email address, and you can sign up. Edward, thank you for the crown. For the community crown, you savage. I appreciate you.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
What do you think about in what time period ETH will hit 3,800? ETH will hit 3,800. We're waiting when Bitcoin makes a new all-time high. If I started in crypto today, how much should I invest? If you started in crypto today, how much should you invest? The answer to that is it depends. It depends on your financial situation. But what I would tell you is pick an amount that you are comfortable being in the market for 3, 4, 5+ years. Maybe you don't have that. Step number one would be to earn more money. Maybe cut out your Starbucks coffee, make your own coffee, and invest the difference. $10 a week, $50 a week. Get the hang of investing every single week. This is how I started out personally. I started out with $20 a week. And once I got used to the idea that even if it goes up by 20% or it goes down by 20%, my life doesn't really change and the money's still there. Once you get used to investing, for me personally, it became addictive and it became a game of how much can I cut out? How much more money can I create? Can I generate so that I can invest even more? Megan says 300K. 300K. You heard it from Megan. Invest what you're willing to lose. That's right. That's right, friends. If you need it for your rent, you should not be investing it. If you're anything you're comfortable, anything you're comfortable. Hey, thank you, Alex. Thanks for the TGIF and the roses. You savage. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, fam. Phoenix is a good exchange for the USA. I'll check that one out as well. There's lots of them. Check it out. Every one exchange that they shut down, there's 50 more that pop up. Do you use Palo ID? I don't. 100K in Solnic. That's a good starting amount. He says, Flux is not an RWA. It's decentralized iCloud. They rent GPUs out. Okay. That's correct. It is iCloud. It is decentralized iCloud, amongst other things. And they rent out, aka they pay miners like myself. They pay us to secure their cloud. And in exchange for doing that, I am rewarded a certain amount. Both the physical GPUs are a real world asset, as well as the iCloud is an RWA, and it's a real world product. Your boy Ski band going? Nah, bro, I'm live on the Solnic account as well as the Your Boy Ski account as well. There's over 500 crypto projects. Which one should I buy if I'm starting investing? If you're just now starting to invest in cryptocurrency, step number one is to read the Bitcoin Standard. It is free on YouTube. It is a free audiobook. Someone will read it for you. Once you read this book, you will understand more about cryptocurrency than 99% of the rest of the world. If I was starting today and I know nothing, I would read that book first and then I would DCA into Bitcoin. Outside of that, you can go on CoinMarketCap and read some of the white papers. Knowledge is power, friends. ICP to 100 to 140. What do I think about Solnic? Solnic is my favorite 100/1000x meme coin. Or pick an amount you're okay losing. I look at it as if you want to buy a video game for $50, maybe instead you put 50 into crypto, or just buy the game, put the money the next time you're thinking about buying a game. Yeah, honestly, how I started was the same advice that I give. I started making my own coffee instead of going to, for me, it wasn't Starbucks, okay? I went to Black Rifle Coffee every morning. And that was about $50 a week. I started investing about that when I first started out. And that made me a lot of money just by DCAing. This updates, this is in accumulation and ready. The next phase is the sign of strength. And then the markup phase. I didn't know they had shops. Well, they have one like 5 minutes from my house. I've spent thousands of dollars at that shop. Costco hot dog meme coin. That's hilarious. That's funny. I don't have any thoughts on the project itself, but that is funny. Mike, thank you for the roses, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
What are we doing with our Dr. Disrespect bags? Continue to DCA. Thank you for the let 'em cook, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Says, oh, not nice. If you have money for going out or buying something, choose instead of spending the money products. Yeah, like make your own food. Here's 5 simple tricks that you can save money so that you can invest and save future you. Step number 1, make your own coffee. Step number 2, make your own food. Step number 3, drive your own car. Step number 4, cut out all these meaningless subscriptions. Pirate it instead. Step number 5. Step number 5 is don't drink as much. All right? You'll save a lot of money. There you go. Or drink at home and not a bar. There you go. No longer donate to your boy Ski. Step number 6. Thank you for the roses, you savage. Solana price prediction. Like 700. $700. Those are just easy things that you can do. Listen, I promise you, well, like mine is a little bit different, but I'm eating for like $75 a week for me. Now my wife and kids is a little bit different, but for me personally, the food that I'm eating, $75 a week. I like that you're doing lives even when everything seems to be a mess. A lot of influencers are quiet. Listen, I love that. I love this point. Listen, this is what I warned about. So I made all of my money, all of my bread and butter. I made over 1,000 videos in the bear market in 2022. And what I warned everyone of, when Bitcoin got above 48K, there would be influencers coming out of the woodworks. There would be people that used to do credit card videos. There would be people that used to do drop shipping videos. And now all of a sudden they're a crypto influencer. It is a good sign. It is a very good sign that there is not as many influencers making crypto content. That is bullish. When things are boring, that is bullish. Must butcher own cow. You see anything for Kaspa, bro? I like Kaspa. I think it's a really good value here, and it's a mineable coin. The biggest whales in the market have been and will always be the miners. Wherever the miners are going, that means hash power goes. Wherever hash power goes, liquidity flows. Wherever liquidity flows, 10, 20, 30x's go. That is why Kaspa did a 20x in the bear market when everything else was dead, because it was the most profitable coin to mine. Raise chickens. He says raise children. Bro, what are you doing with your children? Look at all them chickens. Solnick, do you know anything about Blockbag pre-sale? Listen, here's the deal about pre-sales. I'm going to tell you about pre-sales. For every one pre-sale that does a 100x, there are 1,000 that go to zero. It is quite literally the biggest boom bust play. Most of the time, it will go to zero, and you should look at it like a slot machine pull. Maybe you win, maybe you don't, but you should definitely have some blue chips along the way. That's my thoughts. Do you know anything? Alex says that's when we know we have a good captain. He's with us even when it's bare. I'm not leaving. I ain't going anywhere. You said the bottom's in, Bolt. I did say it. I said it was in at 15,500 too on the day. But I'm telling you right now, I haven't been this high conviction on Bitcoin since the war in Israel kicked off. And when the war in Israel kicked off, Megan is my witness. I said I would shave my head if we went any lower than that price. Quant is a good buy right now. Quant is an excellent buy right now. Sonic on Sol. It's not Sonic, it's Solnic. Solnic. That is my favorite 1000X meme coin. Last four of the contract address, XTZ9. SHX, I got you, fam. Ardrum. So buy your Bitcoin. Caroline, what are you asking me? Jasmine, I don't like. Jasmine is doing a lot of cool fundamental stuff, but it has high inflation. Just like the US dollar, right? The US dollar, it was a cool thing, right? And it pretty much controlled the world for a long time. But somewhere along the way, they started creating too much supply of that product and made it not a good thing. Jasmine is very similar. Edward, thank you for the community fest, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Bitcoin MACD just crossed green. Listen, I'm telling you, I haven't been this high conviction on I have not been this high conviction on crypto since the war in Israel kicked off. Megan, thanks for the It's Corn, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Where to buy Solnic? You can buy Solnic on Phantom Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, Crypto.com Wallet, Soulflare Wallet, Seto X, Radium, the decentralized exchange, and Jupiter, the decentralized exchange. All right, I like that. I want to do that again. for clicking. Listen, here's my thoughts on Jasmine. Jasmine, just like the US dollar, originally was really awesome and controlled a lot of everything, right? But somewhere along the way, it became broken. Jasmine has high inflation, just like the US dollar. When they create too much of the supply, it becomes broken and no longer serves everyone. Jasmine is the same way. The inflation is too high, even if fundamentally it's a good project. SHX. All right, my man. I think you've given me like 110 hearts. I got you. I'm trying to do like more beginner stuff for everyone too. My thoughts on H&T, I'll give you my thoughts on H&T. Let me look at this. Yeah, this is in distribution, bro. Take profit. Take profit, fam. Sonic so close to taking off. I agree. I honestly think that Sonic is reversed. Let's look at it. We're making, I know we were making higher lows. I think we made a higher high. Come on. $1.52. I think we made a higher high. So this is clearly accumulation right here. Like we're trading sideways and up, grueling up. I think on the 1 hour we made a higher high. Pretty damn close. We could do it tonight. If we make a higher high, that would start the next phase. Let's see what percent we need to go up to do that. 5%. 5% could signify the start of the next phase. What trading platform did you mention the other day? It was BitUnex is one that I'm experimenting with. Let me be very clear. Experimenting with. Is Coinbase the only way to get money on the blockchain? What are some ways to get money onto the blockchain? How to on and off ramp money from US dollar to crypto. You can use centralized exchanges such as Coinbase and Uphold. You can use a Bitcoin ATM. You can take cash, put it in. It will give you crypto. Now they're going to charge you like 20%, but that's how you can be anonymous with it. You can use services like MoonPay. You can Cash App a buddy. You can use Cash App. Many ways. How do I know if a project is dropping supply on the token? Here's an easy way to tell. Go to CoinMarketCap. Let's just pick a random coin. Let's look at Caspa. Okay. Go to CoinMarketCap. Click on all. Okay. It will start by default as the price. This will show you the whole chart and the price, right? Now, click on market cap. They should be similar. Obviously, it's shifting it up, but proportionally, this is the same. And they can be a little bit off. I'm okay with them being a little bit off. But an example of where it's not is like Filecoin. Like, let's look at Filecoin. You go to all, price, and then go to mark. Let's like take a mental note. It's basically the same price that it's been since FTX went to zero. When we look at market cap, that's not true. It went halfway to an all-time high. But look at the market cap, completely, or the price, completely dead. Market cap rocking and rolling. That's what you don't want to see. You don't want to see a discrepancy. That lets you know that they're dumping supply on your head. There's a website that has coins, their scheduled dump supply, but I can't remember what it is. Pending says token unlock. How do you think it will drop before going higher? We are our way in the coming months. When will Bitcoin go higher? It will be very noticeable. Bitcoin will be higher. Bitcoin will be very high in a noticeable high five time, in my opinion, by the end of August. That doesn't mean it's going to make another all-time high, but we're going to feel good about it. Like right now we feel squeamish. We're not going to feel that way by the end of August. Sage is leading what? Thank you for the roses. HBAR price prediction. HBAR is an example of what I just talked about bad inflation. We can actually see this on the charts. And listen, it pains me to say it, and I did, because back in the bear market, this is one of the biggest things where I was wrong was on HBAR. HBAR I put in my top 5. And I still think that the technology is top 5, but technology does not equal price. Price equals supply plus demand. And when we look at HBAR on their price versus their market cap, it tells you a completely different story. Look at their market cap. It got almost to a double top. Look at the price. Nowhere near. Okay, you need to do a 3x to get to the same level. So in my opinion, we'll be lucky if HBAR gets to 25-35 cents. Thoughts on ICP? I like ICP. I think it's a really good blue chip play, and I love the charts for ICP. If you had to choose one from LCX, Dent, or Flux for best ROI, okay. Flux, Ergo, or excuse me. Thank you for the Corgi, you savage. I appreciate you, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Okay, so Webb says, if you had to choose from LCX, Dent, DNX or Flux for best ROI, which would I choose? This one's interesting because I think they're all kind of in a different category of ROI. I would say DNX has the biggest upside potential on RSI or ROI, return on investment. LCX is probably the safest of that bunch. Dent has the highest return on investment to just retrace. And Flux, I think, is the best overall of all of them. So there you go. I think Flux has the best charts, the most history, the highest upside potential. DNX doesn't have enough chart data. Let's hype Sonic Ski. Sonic is my number 1000x meme coin play. We are very, very, very close to having a reversal. Do I have to pay taxes if I win money in Bitcoins? Here's how taxes generally work for Bitcoin. If I invest, say, $1,000 into Bitcoin, and I hold it for 1 year and 1 day, and then my Bitcoin goes from $1,000 to $2,000, I would be required to pay 20% off of what I profited. In this case, it would be $200. If I invested, say, $1,000 on Bitcoin, held it for 364 days, and it went up by 2x, I would owe $400. But you only pay taxes on your net profit. It does not include what you invested. There's ways. I'm not a tax guy. There's ways around that. Your boy Ski thinks we bought him now. Yeah, I have not been this confident in my thesis. Listen, most of the time when I do charts and when I do TA, a lot of times I'm like, we'll see what it does. We'll see what it wants to do. That's how I feel. There are moments when I'm like, I have very strong convictions. Okay, like when FTX went to 0, I had very strong convictions that it was not going any lower. Remember, I said I would shave my mustache in December. When the war in Israel kicked off, I had very strong convictions. I said I would shave my head. I said I would shave my face. And I joked and said I would shave my cat if we went lower. This is another. I have very strong convictions that we have locally bottomed. Do I like Ethereum or Solana better? Listen, Ethereum is like 90s basketball. In our mind, it's very nostalgic. In our mind, it was the greatest era of basketball. But with my father-in-law, I watched an entire 1987 basketball game with him. Not a highlight. I'm talking 1 hour, 30 minutes of basketball. And it was like watching a 1970s horror movie that was supposed to be funny today. It is one of the most unironically hilarious things that you have ever watched. There was a guy that I'm pretty sure worked at the YMCA, okay? Ethereum is like 90s basketball. We're done with the 90s. The gas fees are horrible. It cannot compete with these athletes of today, okay? To me, this is the last hurrah bull run for Ethereum. After this, in 2029, there is no more hurrah of basketball or hurrah of Ethereum. We done with the 90s. When we moon, bro, when Bitcoin makes another leg higher, everything goes higher. All rising tides floats all ships. LCX has so much hype behind it. Listen, and my feelings on LCX are, if you guys have been watching me for a while, I've been like, it's okay, right? This is the first time where I'm like, this is really good value for LCX. Sol is the new ETH. Name something that Ethereum does that Solana doesn't do exponentially faster, exponentially cheaper. I hope so. I think that Solana and XRP will dethrone Ethereum at some point. We would like a tutorial on those ways one day. What ways are we talking about, Alex? Be more specific with me, please. I think every Wednesday, what I think I'm going to start doing, guys, I think we're going to take one stream out. It's going to be Wednesday because it's my normal day off anyways. I just started doing it because of this. And I'm going to start doing like tutorials and tips and tricks and that type of stuff, but like more in depth. You think LCX will 5+X? Yeah, my target for LCX is $1 as high as $2.33. Hulk Smash, I love the name, by the way, says, any advice on how to find a good crypto tax person? All right, listen, this is you want a guy, your crypto tax person should know about crypto. They should, one, hold Bitcoin. If they don't hold Bitcoin, it's not your crypto tax guy. Number two, low key, you kind of want a Better Call Saul type tax guy, right? There are tax advisors and there are tax filers. You can file your tax, but you want a guy who's going to give you strategy and tell you about tax loss harvesting. Sell this in December so that you can write it off on your taxes at a loss, and then you can buy back in January. You want somebody who's going to give you strategies. You don't want a tax filer. You want a tax strategist. You can file. XRP has been moving steady all day, even when Bitcoin was dipping up 8%. Yeah, XRP is ready to rip, in my opinion. So you think I can't lose by putting all my money in Solnic? Listen, I never recommend aping into anything. The best strategy is to DCA, dollar cost average. Okay? Avoid tax, have debt. That's the Robert Kiyosaki way. Thank you for the community. Feast and the lightning, you savages.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
I appreciate you. Bro, you hear the banks close in China? Seen it yesterday. Yeah, like here's the deal. All the banks are going to close except for the big five. It's going to be just like the car manufacturer. Right? There used to be all these car manufacturers, and then there's the big five. That is what's happening on purpose. It is by design, my friend. It is by design. Why is Solnic better than every other meme? In my opinion, Solnic is better than every other meme because I know who the team is. I know who the top holders are. I have trust and faith in the team. I have trust and faith in me. Who is a better bet than you? That is why. Weighted DCA. Don't do it, put 100. Diversity. Any good crypto tracker have too many different chains, hard to keep up. I forget which. I have an app on my phone. I forget what it is. ICP prediction 100 to 140. You like Chainlink? I love Chainlink. Chainlink to me is one of the better blue chip plays in existence. XRP, Solnic all the way. It has great charts, great tokenomics. There is no more supply. In fact, we're burning supply as we go. Solnic supply Maximum supply is 949 million. There is already 949 million, and we are burning supply as we go. It is in fact deflationary and not inflationary. Can't hear you when you lean forward. Hee hee. I like hee hee. I like Alex. Hello, my man. What's up, fam? Price prediction on Solana about 700. One day on some sort of specific TA would be great. What are you saying, fam? One day. Near prediction about a 5x. About a 5x from here. What up, Ski? Following this page too. Let's go, fam. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Make sure you guys are following the Solnic account as well as this account, as the your boy Ski account. How high would Solnic go if I put 10K in it? It would probably that would probably mark the true reversal. Like I said, we're literally 5% away from having higher lows from our sign of strength back test of the prior range. Yeah, that would definitely kick things off. Prediction of who wins between Ben Armstrong and Crypto Mason in the octagon. Is that a real fight? I would pay money to see that fight. I would pay money to see that fight. I'd listen. Hold up. I'm not going to speak ill on people. I'm not going to put out negative prana. However, I'm going to give it to Big Boy. He's got that. I think he's on coke, right? Like, bro, you don't want to fight somebody on coke. You never answer questions. I answer questions all the time, bro. Right now, Justin, I have YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and another TikTok chat all going at one time. I'm sorry. I've literally answered at least like 20 questions, fam. More than that. Can you do Bitcoin chart, please? Yeah, we'll go back to Bitcoin. Your thoughts on Litecoin, SEI, and I already know you like Rose. I like Litecoin's chart right here. SEI, I don't have any thoughts, but Litecoin I think it's in accumulation. He says, I'm the crazy ex-girlfriend. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. This is my theory on Bitcoin. This is accumulation. Some people like to say that this is distribution. I could understand why a beginner to Wyckoff would think that this is distribution. Distribution is terminology for the top. Accumulation is terminology for the bottom, right? Now, let's look at a couple subtle differences between accumulation and distribution. With distribution, textbook... Why is it restricting? Whatever. Distribution. The buying climax, that is the true top. That's the peak euphoria. And then you have the up thrust. It goes higher than the buying climax. Even though this is the real top, the up thrust goes higher. And then even beyond that, the UTAD or the reverse of the spring would go higher, higher, higher. So trend people would say this is an uptrend. And as long as we keep the uptrend, it still looks good. Okay? Now, the subtle difference, though, in accumulation, in phase B, what you'll see is a high, and then you'll see a higher low. Or, excuse me, you'll see a lower high. Right? And in accumulation, aka the structure to measure the bottom, the selling climax is the bottom. Even though the secondary test in B goes lower. This is the true climactic event. The selling climax is. And then you have your spring, which goes even lower than the secondary test and the selling climax. The trend people will say it's a downtrend. We're going to keep going lower, right? But that's not how accumulation works. You then get your sign of strength, your back test, and you start the bull run. Now, let's look at Bitcoin. What do we have? Okay, so we said that if it was distribution, aka the top, we should be getting, this would have been our buying climax. Then our up thrust would have been to like 75K. And then the UTAD would have been to like 79K. That would be what distribution would look like. This is not that. Okay? What we have here, in fact, is accumulation. Okay? This is the selling climax. This is your secondary test in phase B, which goes lower than the selling climax. And this is your spring. So that's point number one. Point number two on why I think that the bottom is in for Bitcoin locally. On the relative strength index, aka the thing that measures how strong or weak something is relatively, it flashed red. We have not flashed red since the war in Israel kicked off. And there's only been about 9 times in the last 5 years that we have flashed red. Every time that we flashed red, it was a local bottom. Every time that we flashed red over the last 9 times on the day, it was the local bottom. One time, the war in Israel, it was 2 weeks later and we went 1% lower. That's the only rule, I guess, or the only scenario where it wasn't the exact day. But every other time, the exact day we flashed red, that was the bottom. Okay? Point number 3 on why I think that the bottom is in for Bitcoin. Whoa, that was trippy. Megan, thank you for the whale diving, you savage. Point number 3 is the fear and greed. The old adage, when others are fearful, you should be greedy. When others are greedy, you should be fearful. Right now, we are in extreme fear. Not a little fear. Not some fear. Not a lot of fear. Extreme fear. In fact, you might be thinking, when was the last time that we were this low? I'll tell you, the last time that we got this low on extreme greed and fear was when FTX went to 0. AKA the best time you could have bought Bitcoin. The best time you could have bought Bitcoin. Great words. What's up, Alex? What's up, brother? Please do TA. Aptos price prediction, please. Asking for a friend. So yes, many times when I do TA, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Many times when I do TA on Bitcoin, I'm like, we'll see what it does, right? We'll see what Bitcoin does. We'll see what it wants to do. That's how I feel many times. But there are moments in time when I have very high convictions. This is one of these moments. I have not been this bullish on Bitcoin since the war in Israel kicked off. I have not been as bullish since the war in Israel kicked off. I had the same feeling when FTX went to 0. I had the same feeling when the war in Israel kicked off. There are moments in time when I get these feelings. Okay? It doesn't mean I bat 1,000. It doesn't mean that I'm perfect. But what I will say is, in December of 22, when Bitcoin was at 16,000, I said I would shave my mustache if Bitcoin went lower because I was so strong with my convictions. In September of 23, when the war in Israel kicked off and Bitcoin went from 31K to 24.9K, I said if we went lower than this moment at any point in time, I would shave my head, I would shave my face, and I joked and I said I would shave my cat. This is the strongest my conviction has been since that moment. Repeat what you said, bro. Live went crazy for a bit. All right, let me look up. What was the coin, Cliff? He says Aptos asking for a friend. So there you go. Can you check out Cap on Dex? Cap on X? I don't know if that's the real. If that's the real Alex, he's not going to message you. APTOS. Pretty normal. Everything is lining up for a good run up, including Fed rates. Everything is everything. That's the thing. Like, all the narratives that we've all been waiting for, they're going to happen all at the same time. It's just like that awesome movie, Everything All at Once. When Bitcoin makes another leg higher, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be everything all at once. Can you check out Quant, bro? I can. Quant to me is a very, very good play. Oops. You think Sonic will 200x in the bull run? I do. I do think that. All right, Aptos. Not a ton of chart data for this. I'll give you my price discovery, $30. Not the real Alex. Okay, yeah. Listen, if it's a real influencer, they're not gonna message you. I'm not gonna message you. Alex isn't gonna message you. Who's some more? Crypto Mason isn't gonna message you. BitBoy Crypto might ask you for some Ethereum. Right? He might, but he's not gonna trick you. He's just gonna ask you to send some Ethereum. Right? Calvin Hill's not gonna message you. Still time to buy Sonic? Very much. In fact, we are literally 5% away from reversing. Sonic has the exact same chart as LCX, and I'm very bullish on LCX. All right. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this time. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I will never message you on any platform. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Follow the Sonic account. If you're watching on Sonic, follow the Your Boy Ski account. Make sure you guys all follow me on YouTube. I've got banned recently on TikTok. I've never had any videos taken down on YouTube at YABOYSKEY. Make sure you join the Telegram. I'm going to be off tomorrow. Tomorrow is my one and only day off. So I'm going to hang out with my family. But we'll be live 1 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. Then for the rest of the week, we're going to be live every day except for Wednesday and Saturday. All of the weekdays, all of the days except for Sunday are 6 or 8 p.m. Central. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless.
Damn, hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 hustling.